Hey guys, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're going to do a champion guide on Seer, who's a Void epic support champion out of the Orc faction. I've been asked by a few people to do this champion guide. I've ran her on Twitch quite a few times recently and some of the viewers asked how I built her. So this is a video for you guys, hope you enjoy it. Let's crack on with the skills to start with. Our A1 attacks one enemy with a 15% chance of granting an extra turn, 20% when booked, so she is booked. Pretty useful to be honest. A2 is increased critical rate on all allies and a 25% weakened debuff on all enemies. So this can be quite fun. I mean, if you're lowering, effectively you could lower your critical rate on all your builds by 30%. So 70% on every character, which leaves a lot more room for like critical damage and attack things and all that kind of stuff. So it is pretty good this, but it's not incredible. The reason she is so good is because of this A3, her Karma Burn. So it's on a 4-turn cooldown when booked, and it removes all buffs from all allies and enemies, then attacks all enemies, and the damage increases according to the number of buffs that's been removed. It also has a 50% chance of placing a sleep debuff, and increases by 5% for each buff removed. So to be honest, the sleep's kind of, yeah, it's not really that useful because generally you're just looking to kill everyone with this ability. There's not many people survive it. She is by far the best, and definitely the best actually, wave clearer in the game for dungeons. She'll just destroy waves. I'll show you in a video in a bit, but yeah, she's not so good against bosses. She'll hit them really hard, much harder than most people, but she's not unbelievably good against them. You know, something like a Cold Heart or a Royal Guard is much better, or like Zavia or whatever the elf girl is that does poison. They do a lot more damage, whereas she doesn't do as much to bosses. But in terms of wave clear, she's the best by far. It does remove all the buffs, you have to keep that in note, but you want people that are going to put loads of buffs on to make sure she's got enough buffs to remove to actually kill people. But yeah, this is pretty nuts, this ability. She's got an aura, ally resistant all battles, kind of meh, so you're never really going to use that. I'll quickly do our Masteries first actually, I like doing that first. So you need critical damage with her. This is the enemy max HP thing, scales off critical damage, so you don't need a lot of attack, but I've gone down this route. Yeah, I've got Whirlwind of Death, that's just to kind of get down there. Ruthless Ambush is really handy because that gives you that extra 8% when you're hitting those waves for the first time. Kill streak, because she is good in arena. She's hard to build around in arena, to be honest, but especially if the other team buff and you've got enough accuracy, you can do some crazy damage. And then definitely flawless execution. And then I've gone down this route. Evil Eye is always fun, I do like that. Tried to decrease the cooldown of her Karma Burn really, and some more accuracy really. That's all I've gone down. That's kind of the best Masteries I've found for her. Artifacts are running 2-piece critical rate and 1-piece cruel. It's just basically to get the stats that I need. So the stats you need are 100% crit, because the way I'm running her, she's going to get loads of buffs up and then use her Karma Burn first. Her AI won't use her Karma Burn unless she thinks she can kill people. So you have to set it up, otherwise she'll use her A2 first. So if she's using her A2 first, you would only want 70% critical rate because she's going to give herself that extra 30%. But to do the really fast wave clears, as I'll show you in a bit, you want 100%. So I've got 102, 254 critical damage, could be a bit higher, but 250 is kind of the floor. You want kind of 250 to 300 really, just to make it work. Accuracy, again, I've not glyphed her at all. I could definitely get this a bit higher, but for dungeons 236 is fine, to be honest. Yeah, for arena you'd really want her 300 odd plus, definitely, to make it work. You don't need the accuracy to remove your own buffs, it's just for the enemy buffs. So if you are just relying on your buffs, then you don't technically need the accuracy. For the sleep you do, if you want to land the sleep. 163 speed, she's not glyphed, I could get this up, but I'm wanting her to go last in my team for the dungeon, so 163 works. And my attack's a little bit too high, you don't really need 2.9k attack. I could, ideally if I could get this up to sort of 250, 280, 300 critical damage and about 2000 attack would be fine. Again, because the max enemy max HP scales off the critical damage, so it's fine, and a bit more accuracy. So to do this, obviously got on crit damage and crit rate on this roll, accuracy and speed, that's a good weapon, only 5-star though. Double crit rate on here, some flat defense, not so good. Double crit damage from here, that's ideal. And you want a little bit of HP just to make sure she doesn't get targeted too much when it does come around to like wave 2. Crit damage gloves, definitely. These are actually only 5-star, so right off the bat I can get myself, say, I think it goes up to A, so there's another 15% critical damage right there I can boost up. But I quite like the double speed, the attack, and the crit rate on this glove here. Again, only 5-star. Yeah, I mean, I've not used the best gear on here yet, but double crit damage, crit rate, and this is a pretty decent chest for her, and 5-star boots as well. So yeah, I've got a lot of room for improvement. Crit rate, accuracy, crit damage, good rolls again. Oh yeah, it looks like I'm just using 5-star mainly really on her, so there's more accuracy I can get out of a 6-star banner. Ideally you'd want speed rolls in this, double speed roll if you could, with some attack and defense. 6-star crit damage amulet you need. Ideally got the rolls on accuracy here, but didn't get it. So as you can see guys, I've managed to build her pretty damn strong with not the best gear on the planet. I mean, you could min-max her and get, like I say, 300 plus critical damage with good accuracy and just melt people in arena. It would be fun. As usual, we'll do her reviews quickly. She's definitely a 5 in arena offense. She can pretty much obliterate any wave if you set it up right, but it's not the easiest thing to set up. There's better AoEs out there just because they're easier to use, although she can probably potentially do the most damage. Magic Keep, yeah, she's good magic keep. I'm just going to put Dragon Lair, she's fantastic. She's a 5 because she can clear any wave. Clan Boss is not good, a 3. Spider's Den, she's pretty hopeless. She's a 5 in Ice Golems, Minotaurs, basically anything with waves before the boss. She's not a good defender, but you know, the good offense is a good defense, or whatever. The good defense is a good offense is what they say, I think. So, but I'll just put a 3 for defense. Fire Knights, I'm going to put her a 5. I don't know why she's for this part, because she can just melt those waves. She's for speed runs, you know. She's not someone to help you complete Fire Knights. She's, once you've completed Fire Knights and you want to lower your time from like 3 minutes to like under a minute, this is who you bring in. So she has to be a 5 because she's in some of the best teams out there. Yeah, I mean, anything with waves I'm just putting a 5 really. Campaign, yeah, she's pretty good in campaign. Faction War, she's fantastic, and Force Keep a 5 as well. So I think she's better than the ratings say here. So let's crack her into a few games. Right, so we're going to jump into Dragon 20. I'm just running a team here, basically 3 epics, 1 legendary and 1 rare. Mashald, you don't really need to use Mashald here. I was just kind of testing Mashald out. The reason being is I get a lot of my buffs from Mausoleum Mage, so if you look at his skill 2 here, you get a block debuffs, increased defense, and increased critical rate buff. Incidentally, actually, if you're using that, you could lower the critical rate on your Seer by 30% and put more critical damage on it. So that's actually something I've just thought of now, because I've only just started using Mage with her. So that is actually pretty useful. I might start doing that. But getting 3 buffs is very rare, and normally I run him with a shield set as well, so that gives you 4 buffs from 1 champion on all of your champions, which is how you can make her hit insanely hard. But I'm using him in arena right now, just make sure he is in my arena build. Yeah, 265 speed, so he's not in a shield set, so I've had to bring in Mashald because he puts on a couple of buffs as well from this. You get a critical damage and an increased speed, and the critical damage helps with the karma burn, so that should be more than enough burns to make her use her karma burn first, because if there's not enough buffs on, like I say, she'll use her A2 first, then it slows the run right down. So what we'll do is we'll put it on 1 speed. Yeah, it's on 1 speed anyway. So you do need to lower defense as well, really. If the defense isn't lowered, a lot of the time she'll just use the A2 again, because she needs to know she can kill them. So if I hit the auto, that's all the buffs gone on. There's some more buffs. Then Tyrell's going to go next with the AoE and take down all their defense. Or sorry, yeah, after Mashald. So there's defense lowered, she shoots in, and then boom, Parma Burn should wipe them out in a winner. So that was 30 seconds here, but realistically, if I'd done that in normal time at ×2, as you'll see, it takes about 5 to 7 seconds to destroy the first wave, which is Dragon 20, that's pretty nuts. What I'll do is I'll just hit auto here and see how this one runs out. I can't remember exactly how it works with Mashald. If you get lucky with Seer, she might do her extra turn, and then she can get her karma burn round quicker. but you're kind of just waiting on this. So see, if I got an extra turn there, she could have Karma Burn and killed them all. So there's a little bit of RNG. Michelle's pretty good for getting that life back anyway. Extra turn, there we go, boom, Karma Burn, dead. So if that had been on auto on ×2 from the start, we would have been about 25-30 seconds to get to the final boss, which is pretty nuts. And here's where the Cold Heart can hopefully come in, do a bit of damage with our Hearthseeker, and yeah, take her down. But even here, if you watch, the Karma Burn will come at some point and it still does a ton of damage to the boss. It's not hitting weak by any shape or form. There's the Hearthseeker right down, and watch, Karma Burn, boom. See, big hit down there. So this probably would have been about a 1 minute run really, for Dragon 20, which is pretty good considering there's only one legendary in here. We'll just let it run out. It's a wee bit slow end to it, I'm afraid. Actually, it probably would have been a bit more than a minute now with this end. Ideally, I'd probably take out, there we go. So there we go, that's how we do it, guys. Seer's done a ton of damage there. As you can see, 1.7 compared to everyone else. Even the Cold Heart with our Hearthseekers didn't do as much as the Seer. So she is a crazy dungeon clear, guys, and she's easy enough to set up in PvE, quite difficult in PvP. You're relying on things like, you know, you could set up all your buffs with Mausoleum Mage and whatnot, but then all they need to do is get a Madame Ceres with high accuracy, which does exist in Platinum especially, and boom, all your buffs are gone. So she is difficult to set up. If you can get the speeds right, get her super fast, plus all the stuff, maybe Alessandra to lower their turn meter and stuff, you could potentially run, you know, if you've got the God gear, there's the potential to run one of the most insane PvP teams using Seer, but it's not for everyone. So that is the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. You asked for it and you got it. That's good going. So yeah, Seer, that's her done. If you guys liked it, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps me out. I'm trying to build this channel, so the more people that are watching these videos that subscribe, because I know you can look at the analytics and I think it's like 70% of people that watch the videos haven't subscribed. So all you have to do is hit that little button and it really helps me out, and I'll be able to do much more content. So please do it. Hit the bell button for notifications as well, so you know when I do my next video. And have a great day, guys. Peace.